That's how I almost wrecked it.
Yeah.
Went, hit it, the driver's side door, and Superman.
Oh,
that's scary.
Bike got all messed up.
That is scary.
Everybody ready?
I'm ready, man. Ready for some brewskis.
Okay.
All right.
All right, here we are. Craft Beer Budz. I am back fresh from Montezuma's Revenge last weekend. 6 pounds in 2 days. Note to all you gym rats, you're doing it wrong. Little stomach parasite will take care of any unwanted extra pounds. And it only takes 2 days. It might be painful, but you'll look good when you're done. So that said,
Yeah,
I think
enough
we're gonna, now that we're done with the announcements, I think we're going to actually have the most mild-mannered and genial panel that I've assembled yet. My roommate Mike is off somewhere at points unknown. I don't know where he is. So we have 2 returning mics and Marcos, who is another bandmate of mine. So introduce yourself real quick. And
Marcos, play guitar, keyboard. Book us if you want. We like beer. We like money. We
Likes
playing music.
IPAs, we heard.
IPAs I do like.
And just to, Marcos is not like an official beer connoisseur, but he's drank a lot of beer and he should have some good insight. Then we have our buddy Mike Schramm back again. Mike,
Hello, yes, good to be back, and looking forward to getting some beer. We were out last week, and so we're back now, so it's good to...
happy to be back.
Yeah, back.
I missed it. I missed not being here last
good to be
week.
back on the saddle.
And we have Super Mikey O.
Hi, all.
I guess since we don't have 3 mics to play that game of who Mike are we talking about, we'll go ahead and say
I'll take
we'll
it.
give Super Mikey O his name back.
Right.
He is one of our original panelists that came out from the very beginning. That came from nextdoorneighbor.com.
That's it. Yep. I'm loving this. It's always a good time, always very fun.
Yes.
And a learning experience.
Yeah,
For all of us, I think. So, all right, before my head gets too shiny, let's dive right in, I guess. I'm going to pick up this beer first, and mainly just because the cooler is down for the moment. I just didn't have enough time to get everything ready. So all the beers are in the refrigerator. So I pulled something from the back of my refrigerator, and actually there's one that was right in the front. I know we can't drink today because somebody might have seen it when they put their beers in. But yeah, I'm just going to dive right in with taking the first pick.
All right.
I guess I'm taking
Oh,
the
look at
first
this.
pour.
Oh, that's an interesting
Uh-oh.
color.
Looks like a sour.
It's like a reddish,
There you go.
pinkish...
Something.
A pinkish hue.
Is this champagne
a
or
rosy
beer?
glow.
Right? It might be a cider.
That looks like a cheek that George Costanza would appreciate. Nice.
Looks like fruit juice.
The booze on
Oh, and just so you know, Marcus, what we do is we just go one at a time.
Okay.
And, start with the nose. What does it smell like?
Sure.
Taste it. And you're the new guy, so we'll let you go first. And then, just what we do is think what style you think it is. What do you get from the nose? What do you get from the flavor?
hand
Guess
this
the
down
ABV
back
if
to
you want.
Jay.
And then rate it.
Okay.
There you go, Jay.
Take this back.
What do you think? What do you smell?
Sweet.
Yeah?
Very sweet. I can smell that.
There's
And I have not had this beer.
yeah, there's a lot of fruit. I don't know. It seems like
But
there's-
that's interesting because I smell regular beer.
really?
Yeah, so if I was blindfolded and you handed this to me,
Wait. You mean when you say
No
regular
way.
beer, you talking about Bud Light?
no,
Like,
nothing like that. But it's a beer smell.
you don't smell any fruit on that? Anything fruity or?
Might be the salt water I got in my nose from surfing today, but I don't know. I don't.
Could be.
That
so.
can kill your sense of smell. I smell a little bit of strawberry, I think, and maybe some other, maybe a little bit of citrus. I'm not sure, but just like a touch of citrus in there, or
Yeah.
passion fruit maybe.
I'm thinking close to a cider. I mean, I'm not getting the beer smell. That's kind of.
It almost tastes like
There's
sparkling
no
wine.
Yeah, there's no beer
haven't
taste. That's
tried
for
it.
sure.
I'm thinking cider, maybe a mead, a sour. It's not sour in the smell.
It's not super sour, you
No.
know.
Oh.
It's
And then, so if I had to think of what percentage, alcohol percentage, I'm typically when someone brews this style of beer, it's around 6%, 6.5.
So is that okay? Might as well start making notes. Is that going to be your official guess?
Yeah, I guess.
So
When
now
we're
have
walking
you?
in.
Do you have a style that you want to put on there that you think it is, or
You're saying it's a beer,
it is a beer?
not a cider. A mead, maybe?
I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah, that's my guess. I guess.
So you think it's a mead,
Uh-huh.
and you're calling it 6.5?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you know what? I didn't check. None of these are chipped, yeah?
Not
Nope,
that I know
no
of,
chips.
Because I just realized, and I was when I was doing editing of one of the other episodes, I realized what happened. One of these has a chip in the top of it, and I didn't know where it came from. But then when I was editing, I saw where, and I think it was on the BA Stout, the infected beer. You were taking
When you made
sip.
us drink infected beer.
Yeah, right.
When I tried to
beer is
poison everyone.
That's true too.
But I saw in the editing.
Did someone chip it on their tooth or
No,
something?
what happened was you were drinking and dumbass Mike, not you Mike, but dumbass my roommate, took his glass and put it right where yours was. So when you went to put it down, your glass went chink right on the top.
Oh, you're
I
blaming
think
me.
that's how-
It's
No,
my fault.
No, it's his fault.
Oh, okay.
not-
Maybe he's got the piece of
Because you were
glass in his
drinking, you had your
gut
hand
now.
up like
I wasn't paying
this,
attention.
And he stuck the glass there being a smart ass, and I think that's how that one
Well, I'm sorry about that. I did not mean to
And
chip
no,
your
it's
glass.
not your fault. No, I don't
I
believe
didn't.
you
I
at
didn't
all.
mean to be a part of chipping your glass,
No,
whether
no,
it's my
no.
fault or not.
Actually, I
didn't
wanted
know
to
there
bring
was
that up
hazards in
because
the
you're
shop.
not coming back after.
All right. Fair enough.
Anyone
Fair
who
point. But I
destroys
still get the.
glassware,
I still get the beer today, though, right?
That's right. You're in. You're
just
locked
this
in.
one.
I'm gonna put this on. Fruity beer like this, I think, is a framboise, is what they call it, or,
Okay.
or a saison type beer. So I'm gonna guess this is like a strawberry framboise. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but
No,
I know
you are.
it's fruity like that.
Yep.
It's a fruity type of beer. For alcohol percentage, I'm guessing low. You said about 6. I'll do Price is Right rules and go 5.
5 even. Okay.
And I'd say I like this. It does not strike me as beer. Like, I'm really surprised that you said that you smelled just beer. It doesn't super strike me as like a beer taste. So I don't know if I would drink it regularly, but it does taste really good. It tastes like beery Kool-Aid.
It is refreshing, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's refreshing is a good word for it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Not a sour after finish.
Yeah.
It does.
And I don't know if I would call it a sour, but maybe a saison. And I taste cherry when I drink this.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't smell it. You know, I smell a beer, maybe not really a sour, but trending toward that or leaning that way. And I'm not a fan of sours, and typically I'm not a fan of fruit type beers like this, but this one's not bad.
Not bad.
Okay.
I would not have 2 in a bar. If I had this, or if I was at somebody's house and they had this, I would drink
Just what they poured you.
just what they poured. me.
Right. I think this is a beer too that I would choose to have out of a bottle as opposed to a draft. If I was at a bar and there was stuff on tap, I don't think this is one that I would call out to like drink off of a draft or something.
Yeah.
But at a summer party, if I went to one of those,
If someone would invite you.
I can't remember the last time I did that, but if I did, maybe barbecue on the side, and then someone brings out a bottle of this, I would drink it and enjoy it.
We didn't do ratings.
Do some
wait,
ratings.
No.
Oh, you need
want
my-
ABV. Yeah.
ABV and then rate it as
I'm gonna say it's fairly low, and I'll give it a 5.1.
Okay.
All right,
ABV.
I see how that works. What's your rating?
Rating, I'll give it a 1.25.
125.
I'll give it a 1.75. I think it's good. I don't think it's amazing. And I don't have enough familiarity either with this type of beer to really say whether this is like a good type of, if it is a framboise. I can't necessarily say if this is like a good framboise or a bad framboise. But I think it's a solid beer, 1.75.
1.75. Okay. And Marcos,
I'm
what do
gonna
you?
split the 2 mics. 1.5.
1.5.
There you go.
Right in the middle. Okay.
Good enough.
Right on.
All right. So so I picked this beer, and
All right. You drink it every night?
Definitely. What's that?
You drink it every night?
No, I never had this. But I did present certain criteria to the beer tender who recommended it. Now this, it's definitely super fruity. That is, I think the salt water's got something going with your nose. Because this, even if I didn't see the color, which is an awesome color, I do get kind of cherries. I think kind of cherry on the nose. Definitely just fruit and maybe even grape. Some grape on there.
Grape sounds right. I thought strawberry, but cherry. Now that you've said cherry, it does seem more tart like a cherry. So,
And this is, I would say, and actually, since you guys have already said your identifications, I'm going to go ahead and say this is a sour.
oh,
But I think. And really, I could drink this one time. I'll probably never drink it again. Nothing wrong with it. Just not my particular style of preference.
I agree with that.
But it is super
Not my style.
refreshing. And I think for people who might want to experiment with sours, I think it's super approachable. I think this, because it's not like super tart, has a little bit on the back end, still finishes clean. Even with the fruitiness, there's no syrupy on the back, that you can sometimes get from a sweeter beer. But it has a little bit of sweetness, but overall well balanced. Just, I'm not a big fan of cherries, and as good and balanced and approachable as this is, it's just not the kind of thing that excites me.
Yeah.
So I like it. All in all, good beer, but I'm only going to give it 1.25. And that's just a matter of sheer personal preference.
I like the fact that it's not crazy when it comes to the flavor that they've brewed into this. So it's got a good light flavor, and
it is very, like you said, refreshing. It's it's very clear. They're not playing around. There's not a lot of like. I mean, you said it could be a sour beer. There's no sourness here. Like, it's very clear and refreshing. It's not. You said in the aftertaste too. There's maybe a little sour, but like it doesn't. I don't know. When I think of a sour beer, I taste it and I'm like, oh, that tastes like vinegar, and this is not like that at all. It's much fruitier.
Look at that. Well, that was
residue,
yeah,
the
that's
floaties.
this
bottom.
I am not going to drink.
Yeah,
Simply because if that's a glass full of yeast right there, which is entirely possible.
That's right.
That with this style of beer, it's not uncommon for that to happen. But
Matt warned us about the yeast, man.
Completely different. It was the last of the bottle, and this is completely different than what we just poured and
Yeah,
drank.
you can't see through it.
Yeah.
It is.
So I'm not going to drink that. I was actually going to drink it.
Isn't that the rule of thumb that you don't pour the very last?
Not in a sour and these barrel-aged deals. Yeah, you usually leave that behind, and you can see why.
Yeah.
So,
Unless you
well,
want to lose weight again, you want to go on.
Yeah, there you go.
once is enough.
What do we got?
Okay, here we go. You're probably not going to be surprised. This is a toolbox product. And I figured we hadn't done a sour in a while because we in the very beginning we did some and had actually more than I think was even called for. But in the last few weeks we kind of got away from them. So I figured I want to try something in that vein but different. And this is their bog sauce, B-O-G. It's okay.
Cranberries?
This is a San Diego Ale brewed with raspberries and cranberries.
Neither of us.
None of us got that.
No, nobody got it, and this was my beer. I thought, because I don't know if a Weiss Ale, is that actually
Weiss.
by definition?
I believe it's Weiss.
Oh, Weiss.
Weiss.
You're right. Look at
German. Good
awesome
German.
German. I can barely read English. So the question is, though, is this by definition is this actually a sour? This style?
I don't think so. People are going to be really angry at me who actually know what they're talking about as I say this. But I think Weiss is closer to a wheat. It's a white ale. So I think it's a lighter, sort of like the Bavarian style type of light, like a pale ale from Bavaria, if that makes sense. I believe there's probably people who are watching this video who are like, "How dare you? That's so insane what
We
you just
welcome
said."
the comments. We're trying
That's
to learn
right.
here, and
we haven't seen a lot of comments, so
But
come on,
I
people.
do believe the white ale is the Weiss ale is a white ale, which is a little bit lighter of a wheat
Weiss.
beer. Yeah, Weiss. Yeah.
Idiot.
Yeah. I don't think it would fall in the category of sour beers, but again, please let us know in the comments if that's the case or
Yeah,
not.
yeah. It does have a slight tartness, I
Yeah.
would say, not sour. It's tart on
There
the
you go.
on the finish.
But yeah, raspberry and cranberry, I definitely now recognize those flavors.
raspberry
But
for sure.
yeah,
yeah, I for some
strawberry and
reason
cherry is
got
where we thought we
cherry.
were pacing at. But no, that's fair. That's fine.
And
Berry.
and just
Yeah, at least they were
the
berries.
ABV
Sure, we were in the
is,
berry family. What's the ABV?
ABV 4.5, very low.
there you
ABV,
go.
So super
Yeah.
sessionable, super refreshing. This is a good, I think, beverage if you're taking out maybe a significant other who's like, well, I don't really like beer, and if they're a wine type person, I think they might go for this.
Yep.
It does not have a very beery taste at all.
for sure.
It does.
So yeah, no, I think you're right, and I am actually more interested to try it now that I know it's not a sour, because I'm not a fan of the sour. So
Well, I know, and I know in your bio, which is going to be up on craftbeerbutts.com soon, there's nothing there yet, but that will change. That you haven't yet found a sour that you like, and you know there's one out there, so I figured, okay, well, we'll roll this out and see if that's it, but now we don't even know if it's a sour. So,
sure, yeah.
Who knows?
We'll see. The search continues.
Yeah, it does. So that's it. First
right.
beer is down and gone. Back from Montezuma's Revenge. Craft beer buds. If you're going to punish your liver, make it count. And wherever possible, always drink it where they brewed it for the best craft experience.
Peace out.
See ya.
Peace. We'll see you next time. Thanks for checking us out. You know, you can't. No, because what I actually do is I let the tape keep going after.